So today I do want to dive into my travel capsule wardrobe. This is not the entire amount of clothes I own in my life, but it's everything I brought with me here on our 5-week trip to Scandinavia. So it's summer right now, but it's not that warm and we're spending 5 weeks here. So let me show you what I brought. Let me show you my thoughts after half of our trip is over. And I also want to share what I would have done differently, what I should have packed, and some general tips on making a capsule wardrobe for traveling. So as I already said, we are here for 5 weeks and I packed my Wakes one, just the original Wakes backpack. This is a sustainable and ethical backpack, and I will leave you a link down below if you are looking for a backpack like that. But just to show you, this has 35 liters, so it's a bit of a bigger day pack from the size. So there's no way I would have packed clothes for 5 weeks. Also, I do not own clothes for 5 weeks, but what I have decided to do is pack clothes for 4 to 6 days and then wash them whenever they are dirty, whenever I need to wash them. I think this is a great way to pack light, and for me it's really important to pack light so that I can walk around with my backpack with everything I brought the whole day if I want to, without feeling like my luggage is sucking the joy out of my travels. I have 4 pairs of underwear. They're actually all dirty except for the one I'm wearing, so I'm not gonna show you my dirty underwear. Then I brought 4 pairs of socks, one I'm wearing, and also 3 other ones. These 2 are normal socks, these one are self-knitted, and I do have to say I'm really glad I brought these. I was debating about bringing them, and I thought yeah, but I cannot wear them in the shoes I brought. Is there really a point? But there was if there's a day where it's raining and we're stuck in the cabin and it's not that warm, then I have a pair of warm socks to keep my feet warm. And that was a great idea because there are a lot of days where it's raining and we're stuck in the cabin. This is actually the only time we have an actual apartment, and the other 4 weeks we stayed or will stay in cabins. So 4 pairs of socks in total as well. Then I brought 1 extra bra. I'm wearing one, this is the other one. I brought 3 t-shirts, these 2 and one I'm wearing. And now this is a tank top, this one is a tank top as well, and this one is a regular t-shirt. My thought was that when we were hiking and I sweat, then the next day I can wear a different one, and then I sweat again, and then I really need a third t-shirt, but I haven't worn this. Also, I brought this especially because it does cover the shoulders to avoid sunburn if I hike or spend a lot of time outside. But there was not that much sun. There wasn't even enough sun to get sunburned. But I could have worn it on rainy days as well. But the reason I didn't is because this is a pretty boxy cut. And then when I wear my backpack over this t-shirt, it really presses a lot of fabric down under my armpits and it gets sweaty and it gets sweat stains. And so I brought this for sun coverage, but not really because I enjoy wearing it while I also wear a backpack. Then I also brought 2 pairs of pants, and in my packing video, which I am gonna link you up here to check it out to see what are the other things are that I packed this thicker pair of corduroy pants, and then I packed a thinner pair of these are silk linen pants. They are light, they're still long, so it covers me and it maybe protects me from mosquitoes, but I haven't worn these. And then I thought we're going in summer and I'm not bringing sandals. I'm gonna cover this pair of shoes I brought later. So if it's hot and I'm walking or hiking, then it just could be too hot. So right before we left, I also decided to pack my pair of shorts, which I haven't shown in my packing video because at that point I thought I wouldn't bring them. But let me tell you, I haven't worn them because I haven't seen temperatures over 15 degrees Celsius. I'm gonna put the Fahrenheit amount here. So it's not where I would wear shorts, and so I kind of regret bringing these because for one, I was inconsistent with telling you what I bring in my packing video and then bringing something else as well. And on the other hand, they are just they're not that heavy, but I'm carrying these around and I don't think I'm gonna wear them. I'm glad I brought these even though I haven't worn them, because I've just worn these pants, because whenever I decide that they need to be washed, I will have to wear another pair of pants. So I'm glad I have another pair of pants. Also, I brought a second sweater, and I have to say like 2 sweaters is okay. This one is wool. I'm super glad I brought a wool sweater. This one is cotton. I'm also glad I brought a cotton sweater because it's lighter when you're hiking, things like that. You don't need a wool sweater. I'm happy with the sweaters I packed. I think 2 is enough. Maybe just for pictures it seems to be a bit repetitive, but I don't really care. It's more important that my trip is good than the pictures show a variety of outfits. I also brought a swimsuit. I haven't worn it, but I have been swimming yesterday, but just naked, in a lake. We just like walked by on our hike, and I didn't have my swimsuit with me, so I just went naked and used a t-shirt to dry me off, and then just didn't wear a t-shirt and just wore my sweater. But I hope I'm still gonna use this on our trip, but I've shared the temperature, so it's a bit cool for swimming, but I still enjoy swimming, even if it's cold. So I really hope I'm gonna use the swimsuit, or at least that I'm gonna swim a few more times, no matter what I'm wearing while swimming. And then I brought my rain jacket. It's the only jacket I use. I use it in winter, I use it in summer. It's just my one jacket, but it's a rain jacket. And I'm so very glad I brought it because I used it every single day, because it rains every single day at some point. Maybe there has been like one day where it hasn't rained like all day long. So if I had like a better rain jacket, a really, really good rain jacket, and my boyfriend and son as well, then we would have maybe just gone outside no matter the weather. But then I would really also have like needed to bring a rain pants, and that's actually one thing I regret. I hate rain pants, especially the one that I have, because they're not comfortable. They are screaming red, and they just never seem to be useful in my everyday life in Germany. But I think it would have been a great idea to bring my rain pants here, knowing now how much it rains. Then let's move on to the shoes, because these wouldn't have worked either when we would have like gone outside while it rains a lot. These are just these are Scarpa Mojitos. They are 7 years old now, holding up pretty well. They have a good profile, so I don't slip on like slippery wet rocks or anything like that, but they are not waterproof anymore. So if I like get into the water right in front here, or like it can be a puddle, it can be some wet grass, after like 10 minutes, my feet are starting to get wet. So that's another thing I just did not know. And maybe again, we're just unlucky, and it's just right now because we can see that all the rivers and streams have more water than I usually have. And everything is muddy and everything is wet, no matter the weather right now. So if I would pack for this trip again, like for this, in these weather conditions, I would bring like a solid pair of like hiking boots, or I would bring my winter boots, which are like higher and more waterproof. So yeah, but in general, these are like good all-rounder shoes because I can also wear them if it's warmer. And if I only had like hiking boots or winter boots, and then it's like 20 degrees or gets a bit like summery, then these would really be too warm. So there are a few things that I ideally would have brought that I haven't brought. And now we're in like a small city, and we took the chance, asked our Airbnb hosts to give us some tips, and we went to some secondhand stores because we want to be sustainable and we don't want to buy things that we already have at home and then toss them away whenever we return. So we went to a secondhand store, actually we went to 5. And in the last one that we just crossed on our way back home, we actually found the things we needed. So I think the packing situation for me, my boyfriend and my son are similar. We did pack okay, but we did not pack ideal. And so we found some things, and they were really, really inexpensive. And the thing that I got for me is this hat. It's just it's half wool, half plastic, which is to be expected, actually maybe better than I expected. And it's just like a hat I can wear for now, because this actually makes a huge difference. That's also something that I wish I brought. I did debate bringing a sun hat, but I did not think about bringing an actual hat that warms my head. Even though I knew that there would be days where it's not summery, where it's just 15 degrees or something like that. That would have been a good idea, but now I just bought another one. It has a small hole here on the back. I'm sure you can't see because it's black. I'll try to fix it when I'm home, and I'm not sure if I'm gonna keep this hat whenever when I'm home. But for now, I'm really thankful for this hat because it does make a difference here, and it keeps me way warmer, which makes everything way more enjoyable if it's super windy and super cold. My son actually wears the thing that we bought from him, but just to give you an idea, we bought 6 items and we paid 10 euros, which is like so inexpensive. I do not know a store in Switzerland or Germany that sells clothes so inexpensive. So we were just really lucky, because here, like all the other vintage stores, were way more expensive as well. But this is like one of the jumpers we found. So this is, I think this is H&M, but I wouldn't never buy this new, but I thought it's like a really cute one. So he can also wear that when we get home. And now he just has a few things more, and we all have a hat now because none of us thought about bringing a hat. So we solved our mediocre packing in a sustainable way, without like spending a lot of money or buying things we don't actually want to use in the future, which is good. But if I could pack again, or I hope that I learned my lesson now from going to both England and Scotland and also Scandinavia in summer, that next time I pack for a trip like that, like for a climate like that in summer, I will pack more rainproof and warmer clothes. So you know that I do not count the items in my wardrobe, and I also think this is overwhelming to count, because I do not know if I count my socks, if I count my underwear, do I count my outerwear, do I count the hat, do I count the swimsuit? I don't know, but like to give you this is the size of like all the clothes I brought. I have even like with my rain jacket, of course, without the clothes I'm wearing and without the shoes, but it easily fits in my like backpack. I also never need to extend the roll top unless I'm carrying a lot of groceries. And then I also have a lot of tech with me and some other things. So I have used most of the things I brought, and there are a few things I wish I brought. But here's also my tip, that if you go on similar trips, please try to remember what was useful last time and try to like learn from your packing and traveling experiences. So because I've been on many weekend trips that were similar, I absolutely know what I need to pack for that amount of time. But that's only my second time that I'm like in the north during summer, and I did not learn my lesson. I thought I did by like looking up the weather and looking up like the climate for this time of the year, but I did not do my research well enough, or we are just like a bit unlucky. So apart from like just learning from your like past similar trips, I do also highly encourage you check out like climate and weather data to just get like a feeling for how the weather might be at that time of the year, what to expect in the amount of time you're there. Also, another rule that I learned from my mom is to pack clothes for about a week, and that's usually like a good amount. But because I want to like travel very light on this trip, and because I already have a lot of tech, I am brave enough to like cut it down to 4 days when it comes to underwear, and to like a bit more, of course, when it comes to the other items, because I just don't need to change my sweater or pants every single day. But also I do not plan on washing them like once a week, because it's just exhausting and it takes a lot of like effort to wash them by hand and dry them without like all the things you have at home, and especially when it rains outside and you want to dry your things outside. So I also want to encourage you to just wear your things a bit longer. Of course, not your underwear and things that really like stink, but do not just wash your items because you think like, oh, I've worn it 3 times, I should wash it, without like having a good reason. If you're traveling, and especially if you like washing stuff by hand, just wear it until you need to wash it. Let me know if you have any additional questions. I'm gonna try to answer them in the comments or in a future video. And I want to leave you at the end here just again with my one tip that saves a lot of weight from my backpack, and that is, whenever you're asking yourself if you want to bring an item, ask yourself, what is the worst thing that could happen if I don't bring this item? Now, with my rain pants, I maybe was just wrong with answering this question, because I thought like, well, that might apply for like a few days, and then I'm just gonna wait until it doesn't rain that much anymore. And now I'm like staying in because I don't have rain pants. No, it's not that bad. But try to think about the worst thing that can happen if you don't bring it. And then in many cases, I think the worst thing is not bad at all. And then you can decide to just leave it at home and travel a lot lighter. Now, I do want to link you a video here that I highly recommend you check out. It's the travel vlog from us traveling from Germany to Norway by train. There was a lot of trains and a lot of beautiful scenery, and please check it out to just see how it went. And yeah, I hope to see you there. Bye!